So good morning class, I am John Mark Dinihor. Today we'll be discussing another topic, but before that, please stand up and Mr. Harana will lead the prayer. Once again, good morning class. You may now take your seat. Before we proceed, I would like to check your attendance. We will be following the seat plan, and if you're not in your assigned seat, I will mark you absent, okay? Alright, very good. No one is absent for today. Seems like some of you is not energized enough to listen to my discussion. So, I request everyone to please stand up for our energizer. Well, I guess all of you enjoyed our energizer, and now everyone is ready to listen for today's discussion. Since everyone is energized, let's have a recap for a topic last meeting. So, who among you here would like to tell me what we have discussed last meeting? Yes, Ms. Magallanes. That's right. Last meeting, we discussed about the guidelines of purchasing meat and poultry. So, why it's important to know the guidelines in purchasing meat and poultry? Yes, Ms. Briones. Yes, that's right. To ensure food safety, ensure our health, and also to buy quality products. So, moving on, let's unlock some terms for you to understand deeply about our topic. Guidelines provide clear and specific recommendation or instruction on how to perform a task, make a decision, achieve a goal. Fish. Fish is an aquatic animal. Instead of limbs, they have fins that allow them to swim and stream through the water. So fruits and vegetables. A fruit is developed from the flower of a plant, while the other parts of the plant are categorized as vegetables. Fruits contain seeds, while vegetable consists of roots, stems, and leaves. Before I introduce our topic, let's have an activity first. I will present three pictures and the student, you, must identify what the meaning of each pictures. So, who would like to answer number one? Okay, Miss Himo, what do you think the meaning of the picture? Yes, that's right. The woman in the picture is buying or purchasing fresh fish. Okay, Miss Saberon, you're next. Number two. Same as Miss Himo, what's your answer? That's correct. The pictures show a woman buying fresh fruits. Okay, thank you. Lastly, Miss Lion, you're number three. Yes, that's right. The woman also purchasing or buying fresh vegetables. You all answered correct. Thank you class for your participation. Alright, based on your understanding of the pictures and words you encounter in your activity, class, what do you think is our topic for today? That's right, very good. Our topic is all about the guidelines in buying fish, fruits, and vegetables. So let's read our objectives. Objectives. At the end of the lesson, 90% of the students are expected to discuss the guidelines in purchasing fish, fruits, and vegetables, identify the different factors to consider when purchasing fish, fruits, and vegetables, and demonstrate various ways in purchasing food. So, we will start our discussion knowing what does purchasing food mean. Okay, Miss Mishona, please read. So, purchasing food means when you buy or purchase food in the market. Example of that, buying fish or buying fruits and vegetables. Now, I will discuss the guidelines in purchasing fish. Fish is an aquatic animal. Instead of limbs, they have fins that allow them to swim and stream through the water. Fish may be found in abundant in most aquatic bodies. Fish are a vital resources for humans all around the world since they may be found in almost all aquatic settings. So I know all of you are familiar with the word fish. We can see fish in the sea and we eat fish. Abundant in aquatic bodies and serves as a vital resources of human globally. They provide essential nutrients such as protein, vitamins, and minerals, contributing to overall health and well-being. Additionally, fish have economic importance supporting livelihoods and generating income in fishing and aquaculture industry. Why is it important to buy fresh fish? The fish quality, including the taste and the texture, changes over time. That is why it is best to buy fish while it is still fresh. And knowing the freshness of fish is important to enjoy the best flavor the sea has to offer. By considering the appearance, smell, texture, and origin, you can confidently select the freshest fish. So, here are some tips or guidelines in buying fresh, high quality fish. First, check the eye. Before you handle the fish, check the eye. They should be crystal clear, plump, wet, and shiny, with no sunken features. If the eye look good, you can bet with a reasonable confidence that the fish is fresh and healthy. So when you are buying a fish, you should always remember to check the eye. It should look bright, clear, bulging eye to ensure a fresh fish. So when you saw a cloudy, sunken, discolored, or slime-covered eye, that often signals fish that is beginning to spoil. Next is to check the fins. The tail and the dorsal fins of the fish should be healthy looking, wet, and intact. A fish that had been mishandled will have a torn or ragged fins, while an older fish, fins will be dry and brittle. So when you're purchasing fish or buying a fish, it's important to check the condition of the fins as they provide valuable information about the fish, freshness, and quality. Healthy looking fins indicate that the fish had been handled properly and is fresh, while torn or ragged fins suggest mishandling or rough treatment. Dry and brittle fins may indicate that the fish is older and not as fresh. By examining the fins, consumer can make informed decision and select fish that meet their expectation in terms of freshness and quality. Assess the flesh. If the fishmonger allow it, try touching the fish for further signs of health and freshness. Should feel cold, wet, and slippery, but not sticky. When pressed, it should spring back to its natural shape, just like if you were pressed on your own flesh. If it doesn't spring back, it is a sure sign that the meat has softened and is no longer worthy of your money. So when you're purchasing fish or buying fish, it's important to assess the flesh to ensure its freshness and quality. If the fishmonger permits, gently touch the fish to check for signs of health. The flesh should be felt cold, wet, and slippery, indicating that it had been properly stored. Yes, the flesh should spring back to its natural shape, similar to how your own flesh would react. If the flesh doesn't spring back, it is a clear indication that the meat has softened and no longer fresh or worthy of purchase. By examining the texture and the resilience of the fish flesh, you can make an informed decision to ensure that you are buying a high quality product. Next is touching the scales. Scales are designed to protect the fish from a harsh, watery environment. When a fish is fresh, the scale will be shiny and firm, a veritable armor against the elements. Less fresh fish will often shed scales as you run your hands over them, and they may appear dry and flaky. When buying fish, it is crucial to assess the condition of the scale by touching them. Fresh fish will have scales that are shiny and firm, indicating a high level of freshness and quality. On the other hand, less fresh fish may have scales that shed easily and appear dry or flaky. By examining the scale, consumer can make informed decision about the fish freshness and ensure that they are selecting a high quality product. Assessing the scale is an important step in purchasing fish that can help consumer choose the best fish for their needs. Okay, thank you class. For our next topic is the guidelines of fruit and vegetable that will be discussed by Sir Sinuran.
Good morning, everyone. I am John Christian Signoran, and I will be tackling about the guidelines in purchasing fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetable. Mr. Felisilda, can you define what is the meaning of fruits and vegetable? Okay, so a fruit develops from flower of a plant while the other part of the plant are categorized as vegetable, such as stems, roots, and leaves. These are the guidelines in purchasing fruits and vegetables. First is buy in season. Although most fruits and vegetables are available on all year round, some are less expensive when they are in season. More than that, the said products provide more flavor as they are the peak of their freshness, providing greatest nutritional value than those bought of the season. So Miss Gato, why is it important that we should always buy fruits and vegetables in their season? Yes, it is right. It's because if we buy fruits and vegetables in season, we can get a good quality of crops and also we can get them for a lower price. The next is don't buy far ahead. Some fresh vegetables and fruit don't last long. Buy small amount more often to ensure you can eat the food without throwing any away. Next is handle with care. Please read Miss Kiano. So thank you, Ms. Kiano. In order for us to have a good quality of fruits and vegetable, we must handle them with care and also we must avoid pinching, squeezing, or poking them to have and maintain their good appearance. And the last one is keep it simple. Buy the fruits and veggies in their simplest form, pre-cut, pre-washed, ready to eat, and processed foods are convenient but often cost much more than when purchased in their basic forms. So for you, Ms. Limbaro, how important is the guidelines in purchasing food? Thank you, Ms. Limbaro. And now, we're gonna proceed to our group activity. So group activity. And our group activity will be role playing. I will be divide the class into 5 groups. The role playing activity. A leader is chosen by each group and this person will select a scenario from the bowl and decide which role they will play. Group participants role play as food vendors, rival businesses, customers, and bystanders during this activity. The role-playing scenario is set in a realistic setting, a fictional market. Students must role-play a variety of scenarios such as they could encounter when trying to purchase fresh, high-quality food such as fish, fruits, and vegetables. And these are the role-playing scenarios. First is the purchasing of fish, second is the purchasing of fruit, third is the purchasing of vegetable. And now, kindly go to your designated groups. And for your last activity is you will going to write an essay in a one whole sheet of paper. And the question is it necessary to follow the guidelines in purchasing fish, fruits, and vegetable? Explain it concisely. These are the criteria for essay writing. Category number 1. Content. 5 points. Gives thoughtful answers to questions that was posted. Original and captivating content. 3 points. Ideas pertain to the questions that was posted. Original and suitable content is presented. 1 point. Ideas have nothing to do with the questions that was posted. The writing is uninspired and ambiguous. The second category is organization of thoughts. 5 points. The cohesiveness and coherence of paragraph is outstanding. 3 points. Paragraphs are coherent and cohesive. 1 point. Poor structure. Ideas are repeated and sentences are long. The third category. Grammar, punctuation, and spelling. 5 points. Nearly perfect spelling. Grammar and punctuation. 3 points. Few spelling, punctuation, and grammar mistakes. 1 point. Numerous grammatically, punctuation, and spelling errors. And for your assignment or agreement, write a reflection about the importance of proper selection or purchasing of good qualities of fresh fish, fruits, and vegetables. And write it in a one whole sheet of paper.